Hey guys, it's Charlie with 4BZ Truth. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm sitting here on the couch with my sleeping baby. Hopefully, he doesn't wake up during my video. But I wanted to reach out to you guys. I wanted to say thank you for all your support. My last video that I was ranting about certain things in my life and how it's a lonely road on the truth journey. Um, that kind of leads me into the mindset of, narrow is the road that leads to God, I guess. And, with all the mainstream stuff everybody's following, it's like, it's obvious to me that the trying to expose truth, and I'm saying expose it because it's completely hidden. Um, I want to reveal it to people, and it's constantly being suppressed. Now, again, I feel like I have a lot of amazing people um, on my journey with me, and like I'm just going to tell you right now, I probably have COVID or maybe the modern day flu that is known as COVID-19. Um, but all the symptoms are pointing to that and whatever. So everybody in my family has had it, and nobody's died. Um, there's two people at my job that got it supposedly and died from it. And I say supposedly because both of them had some sort of underlying condition. One of them had a heart failure, heart attack. I'm not sure. The other one had diabetes. Now I realize that there's and besides they were up in age, and I'm not trying to say that people can't die from COVID. I'm saying the likelihood of it happening is much higher if you're older, as opposed to not just older but having underlying conditions. Now all the stuff that's happening in the world, and now I've been kind of laying low, uh, mainly because I have had some stuff that I've been going through, and uh, and I'm trying to find a balance in my life. But there's also been a lot of things happening, and I'm just kind of standing back and watching. The FDA approved the vax for the Pfizer, C19 vax. Now, I know that Pfizer actually is a company. Let me just point this out real quick. Pfizer is a company that has actually dished out over like $2 billion in settlements for and the thing about that is I don't think it actually goes against Pfizer. I think it goes against the tax dollars that we pay into. So, because these companies have indemnity for, you know, any research or things that might cause harm. I don't think that it'll cause the company to be shut down or penalized, like a legal lawsuit against them. Like I don't think they necessarily have to pay out. But, with and I pointed out in the past that the mainstream narrative actually really points out that we are. Uh, I mean, there's a lot of things from the past you can look to and say the mainstream narrative has not always been reliable. I've pointed out that doctors used to endorse cigarettes or endorse a specific brand as it being, um, you know, more beneficial, more soothing to, have Camel cigarettes or whatever. I actually made a video about that. And now the other is, you know, maybe this isn't necessarily, um, you know, on the medical field of experts or whatever. But when you look at like Monsanto and things like that, they are supposed to be regulated by the Food and Drug Administration, I think. So if they put out products that actually cause illness, that should be regulated by the FDA, right? Well, I wanted to say that my mother-in-law, and they're very psycho about. I'm saying they, my in-laws, they would not want to associate with the side of me. So if I mention that I have association with them in light of these topics, they would, they would not side with me at all. But the point that I'm trying to make is that my father-in-law actually has uh, entered into a lawsuit, or Monsanto, and now actually Bayer, I think, is settling. The Roundup, Roundup, the weed killer, was basically settling with, I don't even know how many millions of dollars they paid out, but I'm assuming it's a lot. They've linked it to cancer, and the reason my father-in-law got involved is because my mother-in-law died from that specific cancer that came from. It's like a rare form of. My brain is not functioning right now because my baby's like distracting me, making cute baby noises. But lymphoma, that's what it is. So, anyways, I just knowing that, and somebody. Let me just. I'm going to do a shout out um, to one of my subscribers, um, Lady Weaver. I don't know why my brain wasn't thinking. I was thinking of her first name, but I don't know if I want to give that out to everybody. But you can go to Lady Weaver YouTube channel. She has a lot of awesome music. But she had pointed out to me, and everybody knows I'm into near-death experiences, and she pointed out to me that, Howard Storm, uh, Howard Storm actually was doing a Q&A thing with a bunch of people that I guess 30-something people sent questions, and he was addressing all the questions. And somebody was asking about the vax being, or is he on board with it, or basically what they were saying is that it was an instrument of Satan, and that the way that he put it, it almost sounded like he was a mental case or something. So, anyways, I just got a text and it distracted me. So, anyways, so the point is, Howard Storm says that he believes that the vaccine is a good thing. And I actually, his reasoning was because he actually, uh, he knows doctors that are trustworthy, and he thinks that they would never lead us in a negative way. And he also said that, they are doing the work of Jesus. And, I agree that a lot of people have a positive approach to all that and want to do the right thing. But I also think that they're regurgitating, or they're doing exactly what they were taught. So, most of the people in society are going to just do exactly what the mainstream narrative projects. So, do we blame, the individuals, or do we blame the higher authorities that set that standard? I'm going to tell you right now that I think that the standard is set by the FDA, the CDC, the government, these power elites. They're freaking the banksters and all those those people that are involved in, and honestly, most of them have a conflict of interest. Now, I'm going to take it a step further and say that uh, there is a sinister plan that these people have. They're trying to, if you look at like a lot of the leaders of the United States. Now, here's another thing. I was talking to a guy at my work, and I actually had an interview with him on this channel once, but I took it down because he was not happy with our interview. But the reality is, we get into some deep discussions, and a lot of what we talk about's very interesting and compelling stuff. And I think that we need to have those discussions out in the open. But he was talking about uh, if a Satanist ever ran for president, would I ever consider voting for him? And I said, honestly, most of the people that have run for president are Luciferians. So I'm going to tell you right now, I probably have voted for someone that's a Satanist, right? So, and I got to the point where I realize now that I don't trust the system, and especially now that I'm seeing that the Supreme Court has rejected the information that was presented, by the state of Texas and by Trump and Rudy Giuliani and all them. I feel like they have a decent case for overturning the original vote, or overturning the vote, I guess I could say. So this little guy is just like making a lot of racket. That's how he sleeps, making a lot of racket. But anyways, so I guess you know I don't really buy that Trump is like the you know on our side necessarily. I just feel like he's definitely a better option if they implement Biden's plans on a lot of things like taxing for guns and what else. I think that he is like fully on board with lockdowns and shutting businesses down. There Trump wants to keep everything open, even though he is a pro, vax guy. Maybe there's a chance that he thinks that this vax thing is a good thing, and that's why he's doing it. But I don't know if he's aware that there's a lot of cover-ups in the CDC and the FDA and whatnot. Um, that's given him the benefit of the doubt. I don't know if it's true, but I do feel like we need to really, or I guess the bottom line is he is seeming like the best candidate, and they're not listening to anything he's presenting. It's being shut down and thrown out. And it's crazy to me that, it seems like there's enough evidence there to overturn the election. But again, I don't want to talk about this necessarily. I'm more interested in the corruption and defilement of the human body. I feel like this vax is going to really do a number on our society. It's going to create, infertility. It's going to create sickness. I think it's really going to cause people to literally be so dumbed down that they're down to their very DNA is going to be corrupted, and they're going to be, uh, I guess, they're going to be like zombies. Now, I don't know for sure. I mean, that's my assumption just based on what I've known or what I've heard from experts. I feel like, you know, they are concerned too. So I'm really just regurgitating what they're saying. The thing is, there's two sides to the coin. And I feel like, people are rejecting, and not just people, but, the authorities that present the narrative, they are rejecting the alternative views. And our free speech platforms are no longer free speech. Maybe everybody migrates over to BitChute and Parlor and whatever, Lighthouse. I mean, there's all these different ones that have popped up. Library. I mean, that are clearly free speech platforms, but there's YouTube has a monopoly in the sense that they even though all this stuff is happening, it just people have found this is their comfort zone, I guess you could say. Anyways, I don't know. But again, I just wanted to take a moment to touch on some of the stuff that's happening right now in the world. And um, and again, I thank everybody that listens to what I have to say. Because to be honest with you, I feel like I'm just another guy doing my thing. Um, Another thing is I want to shout out to uh, Mike Seymour or Michael Seymour. He did a video that was like another like a round two of the new information for the vax, or not just that, but just everything that you can get like freely. Sorry, my cat's like trying to crawl on my face. Um, so if you haven't, go check out Mike Seymour's channel. Um, he probably has the most organized video I've seen, or systematic, proofs, I guess you could say. He's very articulate. It's kind of an investment in time, but he literally pulls all the stuff together. My brain is kind of fried. I'm actually realizing that as I'm talking, I cannot gather my thoughts like I want to. I'm not feeling that great. So, um, anyways, my wife and other son are at the store, so I might as well wrap it up. But yeah, go to Lady Weaver's channel, support her music, um, and Mike Seymour. Just a couple channels I wanted to shout out. We've been connecting pretty well, and I honestly am looking forward to the impact that they have in the world, because honestly, they are two very legitimate people out there, and I really appreciate everything they represent. So, um, other than that, I'm just going to cut it off. I appreciate everybody willing to put up with my mug here. This is my brand new cell phone, and I'm hoping it uploads quickly. Apparently, I gave in. This is a 5G thing, and I'm actually on Wi-Fi right now, so I don't want to. I'm going to be on Wi-Fi as often as I can be, but apparently you can turn the 5G off this and do 4G. But I don't know. Even if I utilize the 5G, I'll probably uh, I can already tell that the 5G is affecting my brain right now. Anyways, I don't know if that's true, but all right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a good day. It's Sunday in the morning over here, but I hope everybody's doing amazing where they're at. So, anyways, I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.